and welcome back to Tavern Talk. So this episode I really want to push to try to get to Act 3. That could be the next chapter. It could be in 2. So this might be a longer video, but I really want to make that push. This will actually be the 10th episode I am posting of this series. So hopefully you are enjoying it. But I really want to start getting more into the story. Oh, Melly's back. Case closed. Fasoa's best detective duo has arrived. Welcome back, Melly and Malachite. John? I'm calling him Aura now. Bruh, just pick one. Because he's giving you migraines? No, because of his gloomy aura, of course. Well then, Melly, Aura, it's good to have you two back in town. I assume you're able to solve the mystery surrounding the missing familiars? Yes, with the help of my trusty assistant, I was able to figure it out. That's remarkable, I have to say. Good thing you went with her, Aura. It was a dangerous mission. Did you encounter a T-Rex? Of course not, but we were nearly burned alive. That's not what I would have expected. You must always expect life to double-cross you. I'm glad you both made it back in one piece, but I'm curious what was the reason behind those vanishing familiars. Do I need to worry about Ondu disappearing too? How about we tell you what happened in Zoford, but only in exchange for 2 free drinks? I can see you learned a thing or two on your first big mission. Aura taught me how to be more cunning. Only the basics. Look how proud he is. We're so proud right now. No need to be so humble. You taught her well. What kind of drink would you like today, Melly? I want something... Something that'll polish my investigative and deductive skills. So that's... Intelligence? Yes. Drink that'll make me even smarter than I am now. So no mysterious case like this one will ever be unsolvable for me. Coming right up. Alright. One sec. I'm thinking... No, it only needs 2. We need that drink with 3. Alright, Sparking Nebula it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3 intelligence. And 2 charisma. Ding! And we sparkle! Yes, Ondu! Ding! Let's see if this will make your brain cells multiply. Thank you, let me try. Oh, this is good. I would hope so. It's your usual. I can already feel it. I'm going to be completely unstoppable. Oh no. Oh yes. Initially I wanted to sit this one out, but I might actually need a drink now. It would be my pleasure if it means that I get to hear your story. Also, I am longing for another one of your little secrets. Right, we made a deal. Correct. So what will it be today? Maybe something that'll help me counter her verbal attacks now that she is linguistically invincible. So the usual. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. So a spoken heart. Yup. I could Sunny Breeze though. No, he wants that defense. 1, 2, 3 charisma, a little attack, and we need this defense to help us with her stinging remarks. Ding! I'm a child, I know. This should make things easier for you. I'm interested as to why right now. Usually when we have 2 characters, we're kind of focused on them over here. Why are we showing the whole tavern right now? Who else is coming in? Oh, I can see it in his face. Is it that bad? Huh? No, silly. He likes it. You can clearly see it in the way his scarf is moving. Ah, I see. My deductive skills aren't that bad after all. You think you could teach me a thing or two sometime? Of course! Then we'll be a trio. The detective, her trusty assistant, and the curious apprentice. I like the sound of that. It's been a while since I've been an apprentice. I don't remember being asked if I wanted to be part of this, but I couldn't have completed the quest without you, and this is how parties form. Not always willingly. Also, being a detective's trusty assistant is an honorable duty, and I'm glad you came with me. Of course, couldn't let you walk headfirst into the open maw of a hungry T-Rex. Heh. Did you actually encounter a T-Rex in Zoford? No, don't be silly. For a moment I thought you just shared one of your many secrets with me. Right, I guess I owe you one of those now. My hair isn't actually all black. I know, that's not a secret. I can clearly see the white streak. Anyways, but now, please, I'm dying to know what happened in Zoford. So, thanks to the golden feathers, we made it to Zoford in the blink of an eye. I don't think I've ever felt that fast in my life. It was like he had the zoomies! They helped us remain unseen, too. Thanks to your drink, we were able to sneak around the city without attracting too much attention. But those ghosts were the clue we needed. I knew we'd find something at the dock, so we made our way there. She was right. In the dead of night, just hours after we left your tavern, we spotted a peculiar dog roaming near the water. We watched as it tried to sneak onto a cargo ship. It behaved weird, undog-like. It hid behind some barrels and kept looking left and right before it started to sneak on board. I'd never seen a dog do that before. It looked like it didn't know how to be a dog. It didn't use its nose, its ears. It was just off. We watched as one of the workers noticed the dog and scared it away, but my investigative senses were tingling, so we started asking around, as detectives do when they want to collect some evidence. A few people said they had also seen some animals with odd behaviors. Most of them thought they had some kind of illness, like rabies, or that they were spirits disguised in animal form sent by a sea witch. So they stayed away and minded their own business. Not very high-class detective of them, but they made for fine witnesses. Apparently, there's something like a weekly get-together for all the town's familiars. We decided to check it out. And we managed to track down a few of the participating familiars to get more insight. It was a little tricky since none of them wanted to talk to us at first. I think they were a bit wary of strangers. It seems to be difficult for familiars to speak to people they don't know. It must have something to do with their magical abilities. With our combined charm and charisma, Aura and I were finally able to gain the trust of one of them. And they told us something strange. They said all those familiars that went missing seemed to have been in contact with one particular magician. So of course we had to pay that wizard a visit. Preferably when he wasn't at home. I think that's called burglary. Finding out his address was child's play. Apparently he's quite popular among the people in Zoford. It just took Aura a little bit of well-executed bribery to find the mage's home. Did you take some notes? I did! Prepare yourself to be my next test subject, innkeeper. I'm excited to see how much you've learned. We encourage this. We encourage the youth. There's the words I'm looking for. You'll be surprised. Flabbergasted. Gobsmacked. Very well. Your drink really did wonders. We managed to break in without anyone noticing. It was so exciting. We snuck around looking for evidence, maybe a hidden ritualistic chamber or something like that. And did you find one? Sadly, no. But we found his office with the door open. Inside were a lot of books about different kinds of animals and familiars. We figured he just loves animals, or at least needed that knowledge for something else. As any world-class detective would, I also checked his trash can. And did you find anything? Well, nothing that helped to solve the case. But I did find something that you'd like between all that shredded paper. It looked like a recipe for a magical drink, just like the ones you serve. Ta-da! Ooh, silent owl. Intelligence, attack, and a little dexterity. You make the night your own. Its accentuated taste and hand-selected spices allow you to become the silhouette lurking in the shadows. Will grant you sight, strength, and subtlety of a natural predator. Ooh. That's very useful. That is actually very useful. That's what I thought. Anyways, Aura and I continued our search for clues. His office also had books about common and uncommon diseases in animals, so we kinda had a connection to the reported case of rabies. I thought it was a bit of a stretch, not that I could change her mind. That wasn't all we found. Next to his desk, in a small cupboard, were his diaries. There we go, now we're getting the juicy bit. They were full of notes and spells that I didn't understand. Something about transmutational magic. While she studied his diaries, I rummaged through his belongings and scrolls. I had absolutely no clue what any of it meant until I found something of interest. Detailed instructions on how to unbind a familiar from their services. A thought began to manifest itself in my brain, though I couldn't quite grasp it yet. But somehow my instincts told me I had all the information I needed. I just had to stitch everything together. Kind of like what I do when I assemble quests for my patrons. Exactly! But right when I tried getting to it, we heard the front door squeak and creak as someone entered the house. We tried to hide, of course, but we hadn't been quick enough with our investigation, and definitely not subtle either. The whole place looked super chaotic. The wizard immediately knew something was off. And a potentially dangerous person on high alert is even more dangerous, so we had to be on guard. Aura hid under the table, but I had other plans. Pardon me. I managed to jump on a bookshelf and wedged myself right on top under the ceiling. So I was hidden but could still see the whole room. Good call. Heh. I watched as the magician barged in, but he wasn't alone. He was accompanied by a lizard, a colorful bird, and a two-headed sheep. Again with the two-headed sheep. Oh no, not one of those again. Huh? It's nothing. Continue. It was so weird. The bird didn't know how to fly, the lizard walked on two legs, and the sheep's two heads always looked in the same direction. As if they all didn't know how to be real animals, just like the dog from the docks. But now we had proof the weird animals were definitely connected to the weird wizard. And as if the wizard noticed something, he stopped and said to the animals, "No, you three, get out of here. I don't want you to get in trouble or hurt." I already had my fingers wrapped around the handle of my knife ready to strike. I'm sure he felt my murderous intent. But it does sound like he cared about those animals. That's what I thought too. As soon as they had left the room, I saw him create a ball of flames in his hand. He was ready to strike, and I knew I had to do something. He would have done horrible things to Aura. So I meowed. Like a cat? Uh-huh. I pretended to be a cat, and somehow it worked even though I was wearing clothes. The wizard turned around and saw me on top of the bookshelf. His features turned from worried to soft in a millisecond, and he said, "Oh, a little rascal, how did you get in here? Did I lock you in? You must be terribly scared." And I was scared, but not for the reason he thought. So I just meowed a second time, as you do when you're pretending to be a cat. And then he said very politely, "Would you please come down here? This room isn't a place for little cats, but I can offer you a cup of milk instead." And that was a very tempting offer, so as any cat would, I answered, "No, but I would love some chocolate milk." Oh no. I kinda forgot that cats don't usually speak. Oh, Melly. Sweet angel. Needless to say, his face was priceless. But then his hand started to light up again. I immediately knew she was in danger, so I broke every possible rule the Thieves Guild taught me and just popped up from underneath the table. That was very brave of you. That was kind of a foolish thing. That was very brave of you. Don't know if I'd have been so fearless. Well, I admit it. You care about her. You like her. You're not this spooky jerk man all the time. I had to. The wizard turned around. He was surprised, maybe even scared, but he was also ready to fire at me. I already saw my life flashing before my eyes, and before I could even think about it, I yelled, "We know you don't mean any harm. You're just trying to protect those familiars, right?" Apparently I hit a nerve. He stopped right in his tracks. I took advantage of that moment and tried to explain why we were in his home in the first place. I told him everything about the quest, the familiars, the weird dog. Usually I'm not very good with words, but well, your drink definitely did what it was supposed to. I don't know how, but I think we managed to de-escalate the situation. He looked panicked before that, as if he was being chased. Maybe he actually expected people to come after him. Hearing all of the clues out of Aura's mouth kind of flipped a switch in my brain. And I could see the truth right in front of me. Suddenly, everything made so much sense. I jumped down from the shelf and began my conclusion. It is clear to me that you, the accused, do not have ill intentions. However, that does not make you innocent. You're still involved in the disappearance of some familiars. She was walking back and forth while she gave her speech. Needless to say, the wizard and I were equally confused. I'm just picturing the scene. This is hilarious. You're fond of animals, and as such, also familiars. And while I don't know anything about magic, I have heard the term transmutational before. Who hasn't? Honestly, it's a broadly used term. That right there was a blatant lie. So I, the world's greatest detective, have concluded. You are turning familiars into animals, or at least you're making them look like animals. You also were accompanied by some of those turned familiars, and you cared for their safety. That means they are here of their own free will. So by turning them into animals, you did them a favor. They wanted to be transmuted. But now their patrons and other familiars can't reach them anymore. And they're worried that something bad happened to them, and that's why we're here. Case closed. That's pretty impressive. And you figured that out all by yourself? Yep. The magician was also really impressed. I totally hit the nail on the head. I explained again there that we were just there to investigate, but that it was also necessary for the familiars and their friends and families to talk to each other. The remaining familiars wanted an explanation, as well as their former mages. The wizard already felt guilty for doing something behind their backs, of course. Turns out the familiars were unhappy in their dragon-like bodies and much preferred feeling like real animals. But they were afraid of telling their patrons and familiar friends, so none of their remaining acquaintances knew what happened. Of course they expected the worst. Why else would your friends just leave you alone and disappear without a trace? Yeah. But obviously none of them wanted to continue on like that, so we helped set up a meeting for them to talk it out. And they did. All the magicians were very understanding, if a little sad to lose their connections. The other familiars also welcomed them with open arms, even though they were a little confused at first. They needed a while to understand why their friends wanted to be animals. But I think they got it eventually. So all in all, it sounds like a very successful quest. Absolutely! I'm glad you got to uncover the truth. Me too. The magician even decided to give us something in return for helping him. Neither of us have any use for it, so we wanted you to have it. Ooh! Don't say that. That makes it sound like a bad gift, and it's not. What is it then? A ring of beast storing with a lost familiar inside of it. He found it a long while ago, but its patron never showed up. We named it Renu. Melina can't take care of it, and I have my sheepfish, Rufish. But you have Andu, so you already know how to take care of a mini dragon. Oh, I absolutely do. He might enjoy some company. Yes. So thank you two very much. Oh my god, look at him. Look at... Obtain another familiar. It's so cute. Oh, he's yawned. Look at his little face. Oh my god. And this one I can see all day. Andu's behind the counter. We can't see him. We can look at this one. I need to get back to Rufus now. He gets lonely without me sometimes. Or is it that you get lonely without him? He's my pet. I need to take care of him. Don't worry. I'm sure Fable did a good job. Though it's nice to see how much you care for your pet. He's been my only friend since my parents died a long time ago. Oh. Were they also eaten by zombies? No. They were burned alive? That's not better. Oh. Oh no. Oh, poor Melly. Oh, hon. I remember as if it was yesterday. It was late afternoon and my parents wanted to visit the adjacent village to buy some grain. But they never returned. I wanted to look for them. But when I got to the village, every house, every barn, and even the ground was ablaze. I heard yelling, people screaming in pain, pleading for help. And my parents were nowhere to be found. A few of the survivors confirmed they had seen them earlier that day, before the fire. I later found out that the perpetrator was the pretentious son of a noble family. He had a disagreement with a farmer over some payments and instead paid a bunch of criminals to set fire to his barn. But the fire spread uncontrollably and devoured everything in its path, including innocent lives. That's terrible. I'm so sorry, Aura. Is this you guys gonna bond over not having parents? Poor Melly is just so distraught right now. Just like it did today. That's awful. I'm sorry, Aura. It's alright. I bottled all my emotions up and combined them into desire. Not healthy coping mechanism. I understand why. That was not healthy. For a family, for revenge. Oh. But that sounds like a lonely desire, though. And you haven't found any friends since then? No. The people in the Thieves Guild helped me survive, but they weren't particularly keen on friendship. So I just chose the lonely path that was meant for me. That's not very nice of them. But now you have me. And we're best friends now. And accomplices. And we can found our own guild. Like a detectives guild. I want to get rid of the youth leads her to attach people around her rather quickly. Her favorite drink is hot chocolate. No. Oop, and more character information. Even Grumpy Lowe's the person on the Kim can't resist a certain stray cat's charm, even though the rules of the Shadow Meaning's Thieves Guild and murderous oaths were all he knew for a long time. Maybe they'll consider an alternate career in the future. Give us a few more quests, and we'll be the most famous detectives in all of Fisoa. Fisoa? I feel like I pronounce it different every time. I'm sure of that. Oh, Hex is back, and a good mythical morning to you, Innkeeper. This time it's actually still morning. But that doesn't mean it isn't also morning somewhere else in the world as well. I can't stop looking at her cute little dragon friend. Look at him. Oh, you cute. Of course not. That's a really cute hat you're wearing. Thanks. Can I try it on sometime? Only if you tell me your name. A fellow master of bribery, I see. But there's nothing more you could possibly teach me. A world-class detective like me doesn't need extra lessons in bribery. So you're a detective? Yes! The best detective in all of Fisoa, if I might add. I'm Melina, by the way, but you can call me Melly. Happy to make your acquaintance, Melly. I'm Hexagon Hex, but you can call me Hex. Like by your last name? No, Hex, as in short for hexagon. Obviously. Ah. And who's that grim-looking fellow next to you? Oh, him? They look grouchy, but they're my world-class assistant. Not by choice. His name is Aura. I'm sure it is, yes. Nice to meet you, Aura. Humph. But I think you've gotten enough information out of me. Can I try on your hat now? That's a tricky one. You see this little star pendant on the tip of my hat? Uh-huh. It classifies me as a wizard of the primordial sea. A silver one, I might add, one of Leviathan's most trusted confidants. Ooh! And all of his knowledge is directly transmitted to anyone with a hat like mine. In particular, silver stars like me have access to information like that. Leaked to the masses would break the order of this world. Oh, wow! But every silver star has to go through extensive mental training. Such amounts of knowledge would drive any mortal without proper training insane. Then why did you say only if you tell me your name earlier? That was clearly an agreement to let them try your hat if they did a thing. So are you taking it back? So I can't let you try my hat without endangering your life. I couldn't forgive myself if I were the reason Fasoa's best detective went mad. That is very honorable of you. But I, the great detective Millionaire, have concluded that you, Hexagon Hex, are nothing but a bad liar. Ha! You're a great detective indeed. Oh, you were just trying to get out of it, you rude dude. I honestly thought you were pretty convincing, Hex. Thank you. Wait, did you actually believe him? I must admit I considered it for a moment. Yeah! But I decided for myself that his words were fairly implausible. I just happen to know a thing or two about the primordial sea. I've read a few books, heard some rumors. You know how it is. And I really doubt Leviathan would share his precious knowledge with a mere mortal. Nothing against you, Hux. Thank the dragons. For a second, I really lost my faith in you there, Innkeeper. I gotta say, you're really convincing. I sure am. Looks like even a great detective like me never stops learning. Let her try the hat. Let her try the hat. I want to see her in the hat. Honestly, you could have just told me no, though. I would have revealed my name even without a promising magic hat on the line. But it's more fun this way. I think honesty is also a very important skill to master. Whatever you say, detective. But Hex, what brings you here today? Nothing really. I was just longing for another one of your drinks. You know, the kind that would flood my head with new ideas. Leave it to me. And 1, 2, 3 intelligence. And 2 charisma. 1, 2. Ding. There you go. This should do the trick. Let's see. Oh, I can already feel it. All the ideas, they're manifesting in my brain. Honestly, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Yeah, with that look on your face, too. I also do not know if that is a good or a bad thing. I guess we'll have to find out. Oh, can you maybe show me a magic trick? Just to test your abilities, I mean. Well, yes, of course I can. I'm glad you asked. You know, I'm a master of fire. Oh, then can you also do fireballs? I wouldn't call a fireball a mere magic trick, more like a fully fledged spell. But I can create 10 tiny flames on top of my fingertips. Is that Melly making that noise? That noise? I know the bird makes noises on occasion, and I was watching our dragon to see if it was him, but they didn't do anything that showed noise. Oh, I'm sorry, I disturbed you. So I wonder if it's Melly. Like cute candles. I want to see that. I would maybe advise you two to play with fire outside. A lot of my ingredients are very flammable. You'll miss a real big show then. What is that noise? I think I'll somehow manage to survive. Your loss. Or are you coming as well? I'm good. Alright, Lone Wolf, you're missing out though. Oh, it is our little dragon dude! When he opens his mouth, he makes a little noise. See you later. Have fun. Lynn! I feel like we haven't seen her in a minute. Innkeep? Lynn? This quest up for taking? Sure is. Why else would it be hanging on the quest board? Who asked you, thief? Are you going all by yourself? Of course, I don't do groups. But it could be quite dangerous. Daria seems to be a hotspot for danger at the moment. Do you want to come with me or what? If so, spit it out, kid. No. Fine. Are we having a fight up here, you two? I'm talking to the bird and the dragon. There's nothing this greatsword can't cleave through by itself. Won't need much help. Cool. They always like that, Innkeep? Depends on who's in the room. Ah, I see how it is. You do? Yes, of course I do. You're like a dragon. You barely know me, so it's obvious that you're reserved as to not expose any weak spots. But sometimes you gotta find the fine line between being reserved and being a tad too edgy. That. Can you stop psychoanalyzing me? Yes. No. Great. Not like you're right with any of your assumptions. You could always enlighten us. I'll pass, but I wouldn't mind another drink. Same as always? Yes, something, from my aura. Gotcha. It's on the house this time. How do I make money? I'm always treating these people to drinks. Oh my goodness, I didn't look at this one earlier. Cute! I'm not gonna lie. This reminds me of a certain hell of a boss character. Am I wrong? I'm sorry if I'm wrong. One, two, three. And this, and that, and ding. Thanks. That's good enough. Splendid. Alright, moving on. What about you, Lynn? I'd like to know more about the Chasmscape. That's the path to Daria. I mean, I haven't been there yet. Me neither, actually. Really? Do you think I never leave this tavern? Do you have any special insights that might be useful? Not so much about the situation in Daria itself, but bits and bobs I picked up over the last days. Enlighten me. As you might have read, travel to Daria has become a bit of a hazard. Collapsing bridges, disappearing animals, nervous diplomats. Sounds like a haven for bandits, among other things. Either way, I'll get that blue blood to Daria. Of course, how about a drink to aid with the undertaking? I thought you'd never ask. Any wishes? I mean, this could go either way. Depends on what truly is going down in Daria. Timing might be important, being swift and smart about it. Evasion, that's what you call it. I might have a good infusion for that. The feather of a golden loon. Hey, that's the bird that the other dude was looking for. A what? Oh, a rare waterfowl. Legend has it the wind still resides in its feathers, which is why they lend you its speed. Ah, intriguing. Suppose it'd be great for evasion if you added something for the brains, too. Hold, please. One sec, I gotta deal with a thing. Though I'll be dealing with the diplomat, so a little additional charisma to get me on his good side wouldn't hurt either. Definitely doable. Alternatively, to be prepared for every possible situation, something to up my defenses wouldn't be too bad. How do you feel about traveling under the blessing of dragons? I'm all ears. With a little citron, your weapon strikes will be blessed, great against any bandit or bridges. That sounds like something my Baba would have chosen, not that she would have needed it. Okay. The situation is really that dangerous. Something that would give me more protection would fit. If it comes with enough strength to strike back, that is. But being able to evade the threat by being smart and fast about it might be better. You know what, Innkeep? I'll leave the choice to you. You should know what you're doing. Let me think about it. I usually go with the less violent one. I'm trying to go for the best ending. I'm gonna look it up. Hold, please. Whenever I'm doubting myself, I feel the need. Alright, according to this, the defense drink will have the best passable outcome, and the distract and run will have a bad outcome. So this playthrough, I'm trying to do all the best outcomes, which is why I've been going usually the intelligence charisma route. This is the first time that has not been a good outcome. So that's going to be the Steel Tonic, because it has the citron in it. Hold up, what does citron do again? That's negative intelligence, yeah, plus attack plus defense. Citrons. Ah, it's up here. I'm not gonna lie, I usually do not like looking up walkthroughs, but I'm really trying for this one. And then I'll kind of know what I did last time, or this time, so if I ever want to play again, I can do the other outcomes. Alright, we need 2 of this then. One of this. And one of that. That's it. Ding! Looks like it has a D20 in it. May the dragons guide your way. May they. Oh, hey, Ria's back. We haven't seen her in a minute either. Where are you headed? Daria, some diplomat clown is in need of aid. Needs some escorting of sorts. Aye, Innkeep. Is this the escort quest you've been offering? Yup. Boggin' crap, I've been meaning to take that one to earn a little bit of coin on the side. Well, I've already committed to it. And what if I tell you that I want the quest? Well, you ain't getting it. Simple. Could you stop me? Do you want me to try? I'd love you to. Come on now, just go together. Who asked ye? Exactly. Your conversation is giving me a headache. Yet no bar fights, please. The Lucian is as easy as it is efficient. Go together. One takes on the big bads, the other the small ones. I feel like you're low-key insulting them. Either way, you're better prepared for a fight, and your defense will be better. Listen, I'm looking to buy materials for an important project. Material costs exploded ever since the stars fell. I wouldn't mind a side gig. You look sturdy, like you could take a few blows, so... Sure. Let's do it. Let's meet tonight at the crossroad to Themis. Themis? We'll leave from there. Great. I'll head to my room to start packing. And to take a nap. Those are effective after all, huh? Oh, shush. You're a Brune fella, aren't you? This is just who I am. I've met fellas like ye before. Y'all the same. Often you've got the truest hearts of gold. Can we skip the sincerity? My headache is bad enough. Oi, Innkeep. Ria? Kyle keeps talking about fireworks. He's still oblivious about what exactly happened. Luck's with the fools, they say. For many, it'd be easier if it had just been fireworks. He keeps blabbering about that letter. Oh? Have ye opened it yet? No. Dreading what might be inside? Didn't have the time yet? I just don't care that much. Didn't have the time yet. Suddenly your lines don't sound so empty anymore. Don't think too hard about it. Yep, and here's this guy. Think about what? Nothing. Of course not. I didn't mean to pry or anything, even though I'm very curious by nature. Well, I don't have a feeling Aura's not going to like this dude because of his backstory. And Ria's going to be over his nonsense. I might be wrong, though. Good for you? I would agree. That and Wanderlust is the reason why I decided to come here. To the tavern, to Zenith, to adventure. Woohoo. Thank you. I've come to inquire whether someone has already embarked on the quest to escort my dear friend to Daria. Very much so. She's sitting right here. Where? Oh, how rude of me. Of course. Hello, brave adventurer. Ria's enough. Hello, brave Ria. You are the one who's going to escort my dear friend? Are we regretting our life choices now, Ria? Along with Lynn. That one. Oh, Carolyn! Phenomenal! I'm beyond thrilled to learn that my dear friend is going to be in such capable hands. Though, I've been wondering... Come on, spit it out. Could I perhaps join? It's totally alright if not, but this diplomat is very dear to me, and it feels like my duty to aid him. Can ye even fight? Okay, I'm kinda glad I listened to that and I didn't question the walkthrough when it said strength and defense, because they're gonna probably... This guy's gonna get them into a situation that they have to fight their way out of. Well, I can talk very well, in fact. I can fight with my words. I love their little caricatures. They're so cute. Avid reader, good thing is Charlotte's friend, blah, 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 blah. Nothing fascinating. The wolf hate it. So sure thing. Come along, lad. I'll show you some tricks. We leave at midnight. Really? How exciting. Come on, let's go. Oh, how the turntables. Me going on a very dangerous and important quest instead of merely reading about it. Seems like you're on the right path for your hero's journey. Indeed, all those stories I'll have to tell when I return, innkeeper. I can't wait. Farewell, see you soon. Goodbye. See you soon. I hope their quest goes well and they don't run into anything unexpected. Just you and me, bro. What's on your mind? Are there any open quests left? There is one, but it involves social conflict resolution. Sure, whatever. I'm taking this. Isn't it a bit too soon to go on another quest? Yeah, what about your sheepfish? You just got back. At least have a long rest. Replenish some resources. I'm good. Are you sure? No, but who cares? I do. Don't. A bit too late for that, I'm afraid. I already paid you with a story today, so get me one of those quest tricks. Something with a little more violence. I don't think I'll be doing that. Up, and here's Fable. Hiya, Innkeep. Hiya, Fable. Hiya, Mal. Hi. Yeah. Never mind. One second. Sorry, I'm dealing with stuff from work. It's not helping when I want to do a longer one. Yeah. Words. Alright, and we're back. Would you like a drink? Actually, I'm here for a quest. Archie told me there was still one left, and I wanted to ask if I could take it. Good question, Fable. I imagine it's just having a staring contest right now. I'd see it's on me to answer it. Aura is thinking about taking the quest. Who's Aura? John. Malachite. That guy. Oh, nice name. Thank you. But if you're already taking it, I guess I'm too late. I hope you have fun. First comes reserve. Why don't you two go together? Together? Is that allowed? Of course. Teamwork is the adventuring world's bread and butter. Most heroic deeds are not done alone. Life would be very lonely that way. It would be, yes. So, you should go on this quest together. Combine your individual strengths to solve any problems better than you ever could alone. And you would get to know each other better in the process. It's a win-win. Or what do you think? Would you be okay with that? I guess. Would you? I think so. It sounds fun. Good. You can't tell the other two who are arguing that they should just go together without agreeing to it yourself. Our dragon just blew bubbles. He was just blowing your bubbles. Oh, you're cute. Okay. I'm easily distracted. Cool. It's settled then. You'll go together. If I can ask, what exactly is the quest about? Archie only mentioned there was one. It's simple. Baya is worried because the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon and the Mari Morgan of the Ashen Grove aren't speaking to each other. She fears the end of their relationship would also mean the end of her friendship with them. Fable your face. Baya is friends with the Mari Morgan? Best friends. Ah! So we need to talk to the Mari Morgan. And the Banshee. What an opportunity. I always wanted to come face to face with the embodiment of sorrow. Dude. Don't you think that's scary? No. You know what's scary? Failing relationships. Social fights are the most dangerous kind. I find them less scary than wrathful spirits. Seems like together your fears will cancel each other out. I don't know enough about math to dispute that. Speaking of math-ish, how do you two want to approach this? This is not an easy task, so we must be smart about it. Do you still have any of those fade crystals? The one that make you fade into the shadows entirely? Sure do. Good. I suggest you mix those with a hefty serving of intelligence. Then we can turn invisible and come up with a clever ruse to make them fall for each other again without them never knowing it was us. Okay, I don't even have to look this up. That just sounds like a bad plan. You just want to avoid social interaction? Maybe. Or maybe I just remember how well being invisible served me last time. Fair enough. I don't know. I feel like they should talk about their feelings. Yes! What if their feelings are that they never want to talk to each other ever again? They still need to talk about it. Yes! Thank you, Fable. Then they should talk about that too. That's not the point of the quest. I think it is. We should face the problem head on instead of trying to find a way to avoid it. I think I could do with another round of charisma for this one. And maybe, Innkeeper, Clay mentioned you have Thunder Sage. That would help us inspire other people, right? Correct. I'll admit it works a little differently for everybody, but I have no doubt you'll figure it out. Speaking of Clay, he wanted me to tell you that he and Tia will make it back in time for the barbecue. Really? That's amazing! Or you should come too. We're having a barbecue at the werewolf settlement on the 31st. It'll be great fun, I think. I don't think so. Oh. All right. I have to get back to Rufus at some point. He'll need his wool cut. Speaking of Rufus, if you're here, Fable, where's the sheepfish? Melina picked him up. She said she'd bring him home so he has to spend less time alone. Great. Was that wrong? I told her exactly what kind of food to give him in case he gets hungry while they wait for you. No, it's fine. He likes her. They're a good match. Anyway, we should hurry so you don't miss your barbecue. You're right. Innkeeper, can you help us pick the right approach? Invisibility and intelligent or charismatic and inspiring? No, talk it out. Talk it out. I'm not even going to look this one up. Talk it out. And What does the Thunder Sage do again? Defense and intelligence. Okay. Pardon me. This one? Maybe. No. Which one's the Thunder Sage? Oh, wait. Hold up. That's the wrong one. Why am I dumb? I need something that is intelligence and charisma. 3 shots of charisma. And there's a lot of intelligence. So what has 2 intelligence? And all of the charisma? That one. Okay. And we do 1, 2, 3 of that. And a little bit of this. Okay. Ding. I think a direct approach is the better choice. It's so cute. After all, honest communication is important, right? Would you say so? Very much so. And you? To be fair, us, Innkeeper, have not been very upfront and honest about some things from our past either. I think honesty is the best approach to any situation, including this one. Agreed. I think the only question left is, where should we start? The Ashen Grove is closer. And you already know where to find the Mary Morgan. You do? Yes. I encountered her before. So she'll remember you. Useful. I hope not. Last time she tried to drown me. Oh, I see. It was pretty embarrassing. I know the way to the Banshee too. It might be smarter to start with the one further away, work backwards and all. That makes sense. Let's do that. Good. But we should prepare first. The journey to Boreas won't be easy. You're right. We should leave tomorrow morning. We should. Wonderful. Glad to know that you'll actually rest between quests, Aura. If I must. You went on a quest with Melly, right? How was it? Fine. Reminded me of my parents. Are they... Well, they're dead. Ah! Burned to death. I'm sorry. He's so casual about it. That's horrible. I think the dragon's snoring. Do you guys hear that too? Oh my god, it's so cute. That's life. It shouldn't be. How old were you when you lost them? Little big yawn. Yeah. 7. I know, I shouldn't be giggling over how cute the dragon is during such a tragic story. Oh wow, that must have been really scary. It was. Fine. There's my mouse. Down here, please. It doesn't sound fine. When I was 7, I ran into a vine-spiked boar while searching for friendly rocks. It chased me through the forest for almost an entire hour. First, I thought I was going to die. Then I was sure I was never going to step a foot outside again. But when they found me crying, my family hugged me so tightly they dried up all my tears. Is this supposed to make it feel better? And when I sat in my room frozen in fear, we danced and played board games until I forgot I was even scared. I can't imagine not having that. I can. It was... Please don't say fine. Scary. Really scary. I waited at home by myself for 2 whole days. I thought the shadows were going to eat me at some point. And when I finally was brave enough to leave, it was too late. You know it wasn't your fault, right? I know I never want to feel that scared again. But it's fine, because I fixed it. Fixed it? How? by taking revenge on the thunder who caused their death. A popular approach these days. Did that make you feel any better? Yeah, sure. It was just a natural part of my journey, following the path of darkness. It's my destiny. Misery is nobody's destiny. She's right. You shouldn't confine yourself to sadness just because it's what you're used to. Besides, the innkeeper always says you can choose your own destiny. And I decided our destiny is to bring these two lovebirds back together, at least for now. I think I need to go. Prepare for our treacherous journey ahead. You should let Melina know you're leaving. She'll be worried senseless otherwise. Let her know you'll be back. I might not be. Don't be like your parents. Whatever. Time to go. Do you think I should go after them? I think sometimes we need a bit of time to feel our feelings by ourselves before we feel comfortable enough feeling them in front of other people. That's a no, right? Give him a moment. You'll have plenty of time to be there for him when you're trying to play matchmaker for the undead. Right. We have to do that. Which is fine. I'll be fine. The Murray Morgan probably doesn't even remember me. And if she does, I can just run, or hide, or cry. No matter what, you won't be alone. I can't tell Aura how afraid I am. It'll be so embarrassing. If you want to be there for him, you should also let him know when you're scared. It's only fair. I don't want to burden them with my problems. Being a burden every once in a while is part of the wonderful experience of being loved. Your friends appreciate it when you trust them enough to let them help you. Because when you care for people, you're willing to put a little work to make them smile. But you already know all this, don't you? I do, but it's just so much harder to keep in mind when it comes to myself. I know, but you have to try anyway. I know, but you've been doing very well, Fable. Thank you, Innkeeper. It's all thanks to you. That isn't true. I've been trying to help you the best I can, but you're the one who actually has to change. And I'm proud of how far you've come. Let's call it teamwork then. Let's. Anytime. Can I stay for a little longer? I think I need a bit more time before I can face my fears. Always, Fable. Thank you. That one hit a little close to home. Man, morning. It's not morning. Did I sleep that long? No, it's still the same day. Ah, that makes more sense. Not morning, Elfie. Not morning. How did you sleep? Soundly. Feels like I haven't slept so well in ages. Archie said you're going on a quest? Yeah, Rhea and I'll be escorting some rich thunder to Duria. Be a little nicer, please. He's Archie's friend. Sorry, we'll be escorting some rich idiot to Duria. He's Archie's friend? I see. That's why he was so excited. 'Cause his friend's leaving? Must really be craving some peace and quiet. Oh, no. He's excited because they get to travel together. What? He said he's coming along. Since when? Rhea invited him. Great. Is it too late to back out? No, would you like to? I guess. Then feel free. Rhea's going to eat that kid alive. And I'm a woman of my word. If you want me to tell you that you have to do this, I'm afraid you'll have to make that decision yourself. Fine, I'll go. But I'll need another drink. That would be rather difficult. I already gave you a drink tailored to your quest, and my boost shouldn't be mixed so irresponsibly right before an adventure. So I'm just supposed to deal with this headache by myself? Yes. Very helpful. Thank you. I'm just looking out for your health. You're welcome. Do you think something exciting will happen on your quest? We'll see. I've got a good feeling about it. You reckon I'm going to meet another guardian? Maybe. That would be fun, right? What kind would you like to meet this time? Not sure. I feel like I already met the one I was looking for. What could be greater than chicken, a wyvern, chimera? Chimera. Words. You're right. I think it means it's time to befriend the Realm Keepers now. Wouldn't that be something? Which one would you like to meet the most? I love seeing these two get along and be friends. Gaia, can't think of a greater honor than that. You? Gaia as well, but I feel like I should pick someone else. For balance. Cassiopeia, maybe. I'd love to ask her how she's doing right now. Maybe give her a hug. You'd be the type to give a dragon a hug. What does that mean? That you're very lovely, I think. Something like that. So, fellow dragon enjoyer, who would you pick? No repeats. The first dragon, the origin of everything. Tuat, the great spirit dragon, Leviathan, spirit of the primordial sea. Tuat. He keeps the balance between life and death. One might consider him the embodiment of order. He's so strict, no one alive may enter his realm, and no one dead may leave. And yet there are countless trickster myths about his escapades within the mortal realm. I enjoy that duality. I hope the dead never get bored with him. That'd be nice. But I suspect your quest will have its merits even if you don't meet any of the Realm Keepers. That's true. I bet you and Rio will have a lot to talk about, and you can teach Archie more about adventuring. I'm not so sure about that. You're a great teacher. I've learned so much from you already just by being your friend. Like how to say what I really mean. I'm still working on it, obviously, but I feel so much better when I'm being honest about what I want. You've been getting a lot better at it. Thank you. And Melly loves practicing with you too. She says she wants to ask Rhea to build her a great sword of her own. So a regular-sized dagger. Teaching someone to hold a sword is one thing. Guts and bravery are something else. Not sure I can teach Artsy something. I'm still practicing myself. You can always practice together. Yeah. Speaking of practice, you're going on a quest too, Elfie? I am. Aura and I are going to fix the Banshee and the Mari Morgan's relationship. Is that the sneaky Twister's new name? It is. Ain't you scared of the Mari Morgan? Only a little. Okay, maybe a lot'll. Do you think she's gonna drown me, or do you think the Banshee will? Maybe they'll reunite through the teamwork of drowning me. Probably not. I think you'll probably find some wacky-as heck solution that no person in the history of dragonkind would ever have thought of. Like being kind or whatever. I'd like that. And if all else fails, you've always got an insane air echo by your side to pull you out of the water if he can swim. He's sane. Is he? Well, mostly I think he's sad. And sadness can make people feel a lot of intense things. Like fear, or anger, or nothing at all. Anything that isn't sadness. It's easy to lose yourself in that, but there's always a way out if you're looking. You taking that sheepfish thing along? Maybe. I think he might let him stay with Melina so she isn't so alone. Or so he isn't at risk of losing him. Probably both. Not a bad idea. Would hate for her to be all alone while you two go chasing ghosts. Maybe we can send Grace over to check up on her. Or Hex. No. Guess if you're going with whatever the Drake's his name is, you'll finally be able to ask him about his cheesecake recipe. Cheesecake recipe? Melina mentioned he has a good one. I thought maybe you could show me how to make it. Cheesecake. Sounds like a great idea. We are encouraging here. Ask him. You can use my kitchen if you want to. Just keep it away from Andu. Really? That would be amazing. I'll ask him. Maybe. Andu will be waiting for you. On a completely different note, Lynn, what happened to those undead snails you wanted to check in on? Well, they're slow, ain't they? Still got a little time to stick around. So, you say you like it here? It's not too bad here. Thought maybe I'd even bring my cousin a souvenir. Hands off my trinkets. I ain't that Eriko. I'll get her something from the market or the elf settlement. And maybe I'll bring you something back from her farm, Elfie. You mentioned you'd love to try planting some ghost berries. I'm so happy with this friendship. Oh my goodness. The joy I am feeling talking these two right now. Ugh. Either way, I'll stop by sooner or later. Don't want to risk her turning into a werewolf and moving house. Ha! Ha! No, but seriously, if any more of my family members turn into dragon, forsaken werewolves, I'll be joining the Van Helsings. Still don't know if they kill werewolves. Don't care. Do you think I could come with you when you go? I mean, I could gather the ghost berries myself, and I know a lot about snails. You should. You got away with her family members, and the snails would love you. Have to agree. You'd probably make it a chaotic mess, but a fun chaotic mess? Yeah. Seems like you guys did end up forming a party after all. Shut up. Okay. Anyway, it's like, oop. Let's see. Turns out a little bit of positive feedback and validation is enough motivation to chase their dreams of adventuring. Carolyn, do you want to come with? We can stop by the werewolf settlement and say hi to Mr. Dragon, or bye. Ain't sure I got any tips for you in return, but I can listen to you worrying. Yeah, you're good at that. Do you want to come too, Innkeeper? I'm afraid Andu doesn't do well in civilization, or alone, especially not alone. But I'll be eagerly awaiting your stories. We'll return with plenty. I'm counting on it. Good night, Lynn. Good night, Fable. Night. Good night. I just went from sad to happy. Alright, let's see. Where are we at in this story? I love seeing all the bonds that are slowly forming between the characters. Did we make it to Act 3? Still... Oh, Act 2. We're at the interlude. Alright, so we should play through this day, and then hopefully we'll be at Act 3. So this will be a longer episode. I'm sorry. Hi! Phew, I knew we took the right path. Who said we can't road trip all by ourselves? Liam did, I think. I think that was perhaps a rhetorical question. Whoa, dude, didn't see you there. His tail's wagging. What's up? This guy, the last time I checked. It better be. It'd be very confusing otherwise. These two vaguely remind me of characters from something else. Not something I've played, something I've seen. Like a supernatural high school game of some sort. Because we got the werewolf jock dude right here. And almost ghost-like phantom here. It better be very confusing otherwise. Very true. Is this your crib? Yeah, like party girl vibes. It is indeed. Welcome to the Wayfarer's Inn. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Polygeist and the goodest of boys, Scott Howe. Alright, nope. Hold. This seems too on the nose. Yup. Okay, they are from the game Monster Prom. And Scott Howe. So let's see. Polygeist is one of the 6 main love interests in Monster Prom, as well as one of the main characters of Monster Road Trip alongside Scott Howe. Okay. Is Scott Howe also Monster Prom? Or is he just from that other game? Scott Howe's also from Monster Prom. Alright, I was right. I haven't even played that game. Cute. That's a nice little call out. And they were in another game on about a road trip, and these guys are traveling around on a road trip. I like that. And together we are the Prank Masters. With a Z. Woo. Pleasure to meet you. I'm your humble innkeeper. Awesome. What drinks do you serve? Oof, yeah, we're in desperate need of some booze. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I don't serve booze. What? Why? The age rating system is quite harsh on such things. And I've got to keep the place open somehow. I feel you, and we've all got some burdens to carry. What else have you got? Magical beverages that can enhance your abilities. It's even rumored they might influence your fate. Whoa, that's so cool, dude. Like an influencer, but for fate? A fate-fluencer? That would go so hard on Momentgram. What's a Momentgram? Or it goes pretty hard here as well. It goes pretty hard here as well. Bet. This is freaking hilarious. Innkeep, please influence our fate before I get bored. I'm feeling incredibly depleted from this weird AF trip. Sounds like you're in dire need of some stamina. Though I think you could use something a bit stronger than usual. Dope. Give me your strongest potion. Technically, never mind. Oh my god. Okay, so with that, she's looking for a Southern Brawler, but I really been want to make this Sailor's Courage. Let's do it. Okay, 3 of this. 1, 2, 3. I think she will appreciate the cup if nothing else. Some defense. A little charisma. Ding! I made a Southern Brawler. Oh, that's because this one needed dexterity. This one needed an infusion. I'm done. So we'll just stick to regular Southern Brawler. Ding! I don't know why I needed to change that. I already did the thing correctly, but... A funky drink for a funky gal. Let's see... Whoa, this is good. Very good. So good I don't even miss the booze. Well, maybe a little bit. I'll take that as a compliment. Try this, Scott. Whoa, that tickles. Just like pickle juice. So, Scott Howe, would you like a drink as well? Nah. But you could tell us where we are and what cool things we could check out around here. You're in Zenith, in the Republic of Fisoa. Are you lost? Nope. At least not as long as we're having a blast. You do seem slightly out of this world, though. Oh, maybe you're onto something, potion seller. I'm not... You know, we were road tripping. Supposed to be the trip of our lives. When something weird happened. We were about to take the next turn at a crossroad and then whoosh! A portal opened up, and I couldn't hit the brakes in time. Yeah, we drove straight through and ended up on a gravel road. Everything seemed different and dated. So dated. Dated? Duh. I've seen and done plenty of weird stuff, but this is a different kind of weird. So weird. No cars, only carriages and stuff. Cars? Yes. What are cars? Those things that go vroom. I'm afraid I've got no clue what you're talking about. I don't think cars exist here, Scott. Now it makes sense that my phone has no signal either. What makes sense? We landed in the past! Whoa, does that mean we time travel? Yeah! That's so cool! I doubt time travel is possible. Sounds more like you participated in inter-universal travel. Which is rare, but happens occasionally. Wait. So you're saying is, we are super special and lucky to have participated in such an event? Likely. Dope. This is a sign, Scott. The universe sent us here to wreak havoc. Awoo! The prank masters will strike again! Soon, after a nap. Can we take a nap, Polly? Good idea. Hey, Funky Magic Mystery Pal, you better get to writing that tour guide. I'll see what I can do. Good. Do you have a room for us? Of course. I've got a room upstairs. Just ignore the scratching sounds and leaking water by the iron door. Don't worry. We've seen worse than that. We've got plenty of experience with sea monsters. Always hyped to meet more. See ya in a bit, Innkeep. Come on, Scott. Let's hit the sheets. Maybe I should add some do not enter signs. Aw, Baya's back. Hello. Glad to see you, Baya. Thank you for having me. Now, that. Is your friend's dispute still ailing you? Still so lonely. 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 I came to ask, have you sent someone to help my friends? I did, actually. You did? Yes, I sent Fable and Aura to solve the dispute. Ooh! Then let's hope they'll be friends again so soon, so we can have tea parties again. And I can stop being lonely. Ugh. At least people are visiting my spa. That's good. Thank you for handing out my coupons. Oh, they're back. Did I hear spa? Yes. Doesn't that sound like something, Scott? Woo! I love spa things. Now, are you our tour guide, sweet bug creature? Tour guide? Do you want to visit my spa? These two are Polygeist and Scott Hal. They're currently looking for entertainment. And a way back home, but entertainment first, obviously. It's getting incredibly boring here. No offense, funky magic mystery pal. None taken. But where is your home? In a portal or something. Yeah, we came through a portal, which in itself is pretty rad. But we've had the medieval tavern experience and all. It was good while it lasted, but it's time to move on. Move on to my spa? Something like that. Which makes me think, Baya, do you think you could help them find a way back home? Of course. You can do that. But first, you have to visit my spa. Nothing easier than that. I'm in need of a facial anyway. The air here is so dry. My bog water is especially moisturizing. Wait. Does that mean we get to go skinny dipping in some hot springs? Oh, yes, absolutely. My hot springs are the best. Cool. So a pit stop at your spot, then a road trip back home? You joining us for the ride, sweet bog creature? Please say yes. We'll see. I'll show you the portal and my spa. If you bring them to the portal, you could take a ride with them through it. Might help you with your loneliness. You think so? Yes. No one's only on a ride with the Prank Masters. I'll think about it. Which portal do you want to take? The one through Avalon, full of dreams and forests? Or the one through the Twilight Chasm, a place full of dread and weird fishies? Ooh, the Twilight Chasm sounds spooky. I love spooky. I love dreams. They're so weird. Like that one dream I had where I was my own dad. Where should I lead them, innkeeper? The portal to Avalon is just around the corner. Through the lush forests of the Ashen Grove. The way we came, not gonna lie, that's lame. But it's a quick way home. And full of dreams, Polly. Imagine how many pranks we could pull on sleeping people. That's not true. Amazing that it's subtle. Can't wait to show you my mud masks. Can't wait to show you the world, sweet bog creature. My name is Baya. Smile. Then let's hit the road, Baya. Enjoy your trip and safe travels. Goodbye, potion seller. See ya. Ah, goodbye, innkeeper. I'm glad Baya could find a little comfort in those peculiar visitors, at least. I'm excited to hear the story she'll tell when she gets back. Alright, end of the day. That was a quick one that time. That was really fun. I really enjoy them bringing in characters from another game. It's freaking hilarious. Rainy day. Still on Act 2. Alright. I know I said I really wanted to push it to Act 3, but we've already done 2 chapters of this, and I'm worried it's going to be a little too long to view in one go. So I am going to end this here. Hopefully next time we can get through Act 2. But until then, make good life choices. Bye.